Shalom, Yasharala. I want to give infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakadash. I also want to give double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to our fellow laborers in Yahweh Shai, pushing this true call to four winds, making it calling elections assured by abounding this labor of love. Shalom to you, brothers. All right, I was going through my feed, looking at my notifications today, and came across a new subscriber named Chico Ogoke, I guess. And I normally don't even go look at my new subscribers page, but the most I put the spirit on me to go do it. And this guy is a total bug out. All right. And then I look down my feed more and then people are already doing sit downs on him. And this is my thing, man. Why do these bug out guys, all right, they got their own doctrines, they freestyle, freelance, they just put their spin or whatever their heart conjures up, they just put they spin on it and they do their videos and they teach it. Why do they always end up on Great Millstone, the apostles and the fruit of Great Millstones comment boards and coming to follow brothers amongst Great Millstone? I mean, what, you think you're going to turn a brother to believe what you're teaching? Well, what's the point? You see what we teach. You're looking at our videos, the simple fact you come to subscribe to brothers' pages. Well, so what are you there for? Or you think you're going to get a brother off their square and they're going to think that, conform to this madness you're spewing? Well, what's the logic behind it? And you know the answer to that? When somebody's in a reprobate spirit, there is no logic. There is no reasoning. They're only there for confusion and to be stumbling blocks for the simple. Okay? Now I went to this nigga page and this nigga is totally off. I'm gonna let some of this video play so you can see how far gone he is.
Chico Goke speaking. God has revealed to me that I'm the chosen vessel he plans on using for the two witnesses in the last days.
Wow. Going off his rockers.
Again, I'm Chico Goke, and God has revealed to me through numerous revelations, dreams, and visions. So many that if I put it in the video, it wouldn't fit. It'd be a couple hours long. But God, over time, especially, in recent times,
eyes closed the
God
whole
has
time.
been communicating to me strongly that I am the chosen vessel that the two witnesses will use in the last days. And the two witnesses are the Word and the Spirit of the Father, also known as the Holy Spirit. Those are the two witnesses. Okay?
Enough said. All right, now, he's talking about the two witnesses in Revelation 11. All right, and he's basically blaspheming. And the two witnesses is the northern tribe and the southern tribe, all right? Judah and Israel. But this is the thing. This guy is one person. He's so bugged out, he don't realize his mathematics is up. You're one person saying you're representing the two witnesses. That's how off this guy is. He can't even count. All right? And the Most High raise up guys like this to fulfill prophecy. That's the thing. When you look at guys like this, you get a few kicks out of them. They be so far left, and you can see their continence and the spirits on them to the point it gets comical sometimes. But hey, it was written. What did Jude say? It was ordained for guys to unawares to creep in and to come in and bring in damnable heresies, teach things that they ought not teach, disrespect dignitaries. All right. Then you got Peter. He say false prophets would arise and bring forth damnable heresies. You see what I'm saying? And Paul wrote about vessels of honor and vessels of dishonor. He wrote to Timothy, in a great house you got vessels of gold and silver, which fire could touch and is going to purify. Then you got earthen vessels of wood and clay, where fire touches and it turns to ashes and smoke, man. Vessels of honor and vessels of dishonor. So even when we see these guys coming out the woodwork, it's prophecy being fulfilled. Just like we see Russia going in, all right, fulfilling prophecy, about to get World War III kicked off. America is antagonizing Russia, you know, okay? So all of these prophecies are getting fulfilled and brothers are getting elated, all right? When you see these guys coming out the woodwork, bugged out with these wayward doctrine, that's prophecies being fulfilled too also. So the Most High, he's just doing a beautiful thing in the earth right now, man. He's doing a beautiful thing in the earth. So these guys are necessary evils, and the Most High watches over his word to perform it. So when you see these guys coming out with these seducing spirits, teaching doctrines of devils, all right, that's prophecy being fulfilled. Okay, so I'm gonna start off in the book of Sirach 25:13, and it reads, "Give me any plague but the plague of the heart." All right, and the heart is a muscle that pumps blood. We all know that that word goes into Hebrew. It's la'ab. It's talking about your cognitive function, your thought patterns, your mindset, your logic, your reasoning. All right. And what you just seen was a guy that has a plague of the heart. He's totally insane, totally bugged out. All right. Reprobate means he doesn't know uh, good from evil, evil from good, clean from unclean, holy from unholy. All right. His conscience is seared with a hot iron. All right. And that's what happens when you have the plague of the heart. All right. You can't decipher between right and wrong. All right. So he just conjure up a doctrine in his own mind. All right. And he's gonna walk into a fucking ditch. His soul is gonna be damned. He's not gonna be able to get in the kingdom in their first resurrection. All right, and the Most High set guys up like that because as far left as this guy is gone, what's even more ridiculous, guys like him be having followings, man. You have people that follow guys like that, that take heed to guys like that. In fact, let me show you. Uh, in the new church, in the early church, Salakia, it had an account. All right, here we go, right here. This is Acts 5:34. Then stood up one in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel. Gamaliel. All right, this who taught Paul, a doctor of the law, had a reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space. And he said unto them, "Ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what you intend to do as touching these men. For before those days rose up Thaddeus, boasting himself to be somebody, all right? To whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain, and all, as many obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught." But look, you see, you had this guy, got men that were raised up with seducing spirits on them, and they would come teach strange things, offer strange fire offerings up to Yahweh Bashem Shai, and men would always, the simpletons would always follow guys like that. You would be like, I just can't believe somebody would to even take heed and listen to a guy like that. But yes, all right, these guys are back in their lots too, to lead people astray. After this man rules up Judas of Galilee in the days of taxing and drew away much people after him. You see, these guys draw away people after him. All right, the Most High throws stubborn blocks like these guys out there, and people fall at those rocks. Okay, he also perished, and all, even many as obeyed him, were dispersed. Okay, so you look at these guys and laugh, and you look at somebody like Bubble Eye. Man, Bubble Eye has a big fucking following. And he teaches strange things. He offers up strange fire to Yahweh Shem Shai, and people follow him. People are mesmerized by his lies. They are bewitched by those fucking doctrines of devils, those seducing spirits, man. All right, that's why we have to be light bearers and cut the grass so people can see the snakes and the vipers, man. Let them know that these guys are ravenous wolves, man, that are bugged out. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 4. I'm gonna start at verse 17. Okay, and it reads, This I say therefore, and test in Yahweh, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk. All right, and if you're in a Gentile mindset, that means you're no different than a brute beast. When you read Revelation, the 22nd chapter, it say those that are outside of the temple, the Most High called them dogs. All right, brute beasts, animals, people, creation that just rocks off of instinct. It doesn't have the breath of life. It doesn't have the Holy Spirit where it can decipher from right and wrong. It's not guided by Yahweh, by Shema Shai Spirit. All right? 2/3 of our people are no different than the brute beasts, lions on the Serengeti. All right? Dogs that go back to their environment. Okay? And the Most High say, walk not as they walk. So if you live in according to this Western philosophy and you're whoring out to live the American way, all right, you're no different than these Gentiles Paul wrote to the people in Ephesus not to be like. In the vanity of their mind. He said in the vanity of their mind. When your mind is occupied in hip hop culture, all right, you just occupied in sports, the 401k, the American mindset is vanity upon vanities. Because Book of Second Peter, the 3rd chapter, say this place is gonna be burnt up with fervent heat. So with you knowing that, what manner of conversation should you be? All right, what it should be your mindset. It shouldn't be on the things of this world. All right, if you're not occupied in prophecy, you are smitten with madness. You're drunk of the philosophies of the heathen. All right, you're profane. You're a dog. All right, you can't decipher between right and wrong. You're bugged the fuck out. Having the understanding darkened. If your understanding is darkened, all right, you are dead bones. All right. Our heavenly great King told us to go out there and be a light to the Gentiles. Light represents truth, understanding, wisdom, knowledge. All right, that's what light represents. But if your understanding is darkened, you're bugged out. You're in a reprobate mindset. All right, you're spiritually dead. The beloved brother Jude said, twice dead. Being alienated from the life of Yahweh through the ignorance that is in them, because the blindness of their heart. That's basically saying you're bugged out, you're reprobate, you're outside of the temple, you're profane, you don't have the breath of life in you, so you're a fucking bug out, all right? You don't have the knowledge, the understanding, all right, that Yahweh Shema Shai gave the nation of Israel. He said when he gave us this blessed law, he said this will be your wisdom and understanding amongst the nations, all right? But when you live like these fucking Americans, all right, you're bugged out. You're in a reprobate state, all right? Who being past feeling have given themselves over unto lasciviousness to work all uncleanness with greediness. And that's what you hear with these guys that teach these off doctrines. They're reprobate that's giving themselves over to their carnal mindset, their carnal flesh, all right? They're just rolling off of instinct, all right? Lascivious dogs, man. Okay, and we about to see in this fine hour, all of them that are getting rose up. The Most High is going to make examples out of their asses, man. All right. You know what? I'm gonna get this next one in the blue letter. This is 2 Thessalonians in the blue letter. I want to get that word delusional in the Greek. Okay. So this is 2 Thessalonians 2:11. 2:11, and for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusions, okay, that they should believe a lie. All right, and the reason that they get these strong delusions because the book of James say when you're tempted, don't say you're tempted of the Most High. All right, they have these seeds, these spirits in them where they want to conform to their flesh. They have these wayward thoughts in their minds and they act on them like brute beasts. They don't sit and let Yahweh Shema Shai spirit, all right, guide them. All right, and then Most High say when you go to the left and this is what you choose, he let that spirit of delusion have his way with you. He let that spirit, a reprobate spirit, have his way for you. And the next thing you know, you're going to be talking about you're the Messiah. You're Jeremiah back in the flesh. All right? You're going to be saying you're one of the archangels put back in the flesh to God lead the nation of Israel to salvation. These are the things these guys conjure up when they go far left. All right. So I'm about to get this word delusional in the blue letter. All right. And let's see what it says.
Strong's G 4106. Plane.
Okay. And it says a wandering, a straying about. All right. And when you read the book of Jude, it talks about wandering stars, talking about niggas that was off. It likened them to wandering stars. And when you look at the constellations, they're in order. All right. The Most High has the Milky Way where it's supposed to be. It has the Big Dipper where it's supposed to be. All right. Got the Little Dipper, the Big Dipper where they're supposed to be. All right. The Orion Belt where it's supposed to be. They're orderly arrangements. All right. They're in order. But when you have a star that wanders, all right, that star is totally out of order. All right. It's not in sync with all of the stars around it. All right. That means it's off. Okay. That is off. One led astray from the right way, roams hither and thither, all right? And that's the mindset of reprobates, Christians, people with wayward doctrines, all right? They're totally off. Vagabond Jews, all right? People with degenerate mindsets. If you lost the hip-hop culture, you want to be a rapper, and that's what you ascribe to be in life, you are bugged the fuck out, man. You are totally off. If you think our Mashiach, the captain of our salvation, is a so-called white man, you bugged the fuck out. Okay? If you think the radio frequency identification chip isn't the mark of the beast, you're bugged out. You're totally off. All right? You're a wandering star. Okay? You're a cloud without water. Okay? Error, wrong opinion, relative to morals or religion. You don't decipher between right and wrong, good and evil. All right, you think good is evil and evil is good. And what does the scripture say about that? Woe to the person that's rocking out in their vibration thinking good is evil and evil is good. Error which shows itself in action. A wrong mode of acting. That's what we just saw in that video. A wrong mode of acting. This guy say he's those two lampstands that you read about in Revelation. You know what? Let me get it to shed light on that passage. This is Revelation 11 and 4. Probably should have started 3. Yeah, I'm going to start at verse 3. All right. And I will give power unto my two witnesses. And that's talking about the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. The northern tribe and the southern tribe, Judah and Ephraim. All right. Judah and Israel. Okay. Ephraim represents Israel. Or you could just say the northern kingdom, Israel. And you see these two sticks coming together, prophesying together in these last days. You look at the camps, you got brothers from the tribe of Issachar, brothers from the tribe of Ephraim, all right? Brothers from these Latin tribes getting it in. Gad, all right? You got Gad all over the place getting it in, man, okay? You got brothers from tribe of Benjamin, Yehoiada, Judah, Benjamin. You got Levi, all right? You got a bunch of Levites down here in New Orleans. All right, brothers are getting in. The northern tribe and the southern tribe have band together, and they're witnesses. They're prophesying throughout the four winds. Okay, and it reads, "And they shall prophesy 1,203 days, clothed in sackcloth." All right, and that's what you see the brothers doing right now. They're getting in. Okay, these are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before Yahweh of the earth. All right, and Yahweh, all right, seals up our instruction. All right, he pulls it out of this dark, perverse world, put the spirit on us to learn this doctrine of life from the elder apostles of Great Millstone. And what we learn, freely we receive. We go out and teach in this earth. Okay, everything good comes from the Father of lights. It comes from above. All right, this truth is a gift. Faith is a gift. He's giving it to us. All right, he's given various brothers a number of tokens. I'm saying tokens. What's the word in that parable? Talents. He gave various brothers different amount of talents, and what you do with those talents, you go use them and bring forth fruit. All right, and that's what the Southern Kingdom and the Northern Kingdom are doing. We are building up this spiritual house, closing up these breaches in the house of David. All right, fishing for the Most High's elect, feeding the flock, watering the flock, tending to the vineyard. All right, that's what the Southern and Northern Kingdom are coming to do, are doing. All right, they're building up that house of David, closing up those breaches, man. All right, so we can go usher in the kingdom of heaven. Ain't no nigga, no nigga that can't even keep his eyes open talking about he witnessing, man. These niggas a brute beast that miles must be stopped, man. The Most High is gonna stop him in the coming days. Okay? This is let me get the book of Sirach again. 27, start at verse 18. To the wrong chapter. All right. This is Sirach 27 and 18. For as a man hath destroyed his enemy, so has thou lost the love of thy neighbor. Because the scriptures say you supposed to tell every man his neighbor the truth. That's Zechariah 8th chapter. All right, and what is the truth? This glorious gospel. And when you teach somebody lies, man, all right, your blood is on their hands. All right, you have blood on your hands when you teaching these reprobate ass doctrines. Okay, and that's what these guys are doing. As one that let a bird go out of his hand, so has thou let thy neighbor go, and shall not get him again. All right. Whenever a guy come bringing in the damnable heresies, man, you get that leaven away from you. You cut that shit off, and you get that shit away from you, man. That's how you deal with guys like that. You shake out the dust on your feet as a testimony against him, and let the Most High deal with him as he sees fit. Put that nigga to death. Okay. Follow after him no more, for he is too far off. He as a road escape out of the snare. These guys are far gone. I can't see guys like Bubble-Eyed Blackfish talking about the planets is fallen angels waiting to be judged on the final day, teaching about the disco inferno burning under the earth. All right, getting all these Catholic dioceses fucking conjured up doctrines and damnable heresies, teaching it to the flock, man. Guys like that, they too far gone, man. Me speaking as a man, I don't think it. The guys like that, they just far gone, man. They have to have a Damascus experience to wake up. All right? These guys are too far gone. Okay? As for a wound, it may be bounded up. And after reviling, there may be reconcilement, reconcilement. But he that betrayeth secret is without hope. Man, guys like that don't have no hope. You take this glorious gospel, bangle it, flip it to what you want it to be, and then you go teach it to others. In fact, there ain't no hope for your ass. This is the book of Habakkuk. Let's see what it says about doing shit like that. Habakkuk 2 and 12, and it reads, that's not what I want. I want the woe to him. All right, 2 and 15. Woe to him that give his neighbor strong drink. You see, it's death to you teaching lies to your brother. All right? That put us the bottle to him and make him drunken also. When you about to fall in the ditch, you going to get this man drunk so he could fall in the ditch. That's what our great king Yahushua said about those Sadducees and Pharisees. They go over heaven and earth looking for proselytes and make them 10 times the devil they are. Okay? And makes him drunken also that he might look upon his nakedness. All right? You are naked when you transgress Yahweh by Shema Shai's word and you're at enmity with his word. You're naked. Okay? I read a scripture. I forgot what I was reading in Ezekiel where it said they were naked. I think it's the 18th chapter. Let me find it. Where they went off and it said that they were naked. I read it the other day. All right? When you go off, you fucking naked, man. That's why when we fell in the garden, Yahweh Shai said, man, who told you, Yahweh Shai said, Yahweh said, who told you that you were naked, man? All right, because that was Yahweh Shai. Now let me find this precept. Okay. You know what? Let's do it the easy way. I know I ain't tripping. I mean, when you take heed to these seducing spirits and the things that they teach, you're naked. Okay? All right, this is what I was reading. Okay? This is Ezekiel 18. That's what I thought it was. And 7. I'm going to start it. And have not oppressed any. I'm going to start at 5. But if a man be just and do what is lawful and is right, all right, you're not naked, all right? You what is Revelation the 19th chapter, the 8th verse say, you have on that white linen, all right, when you keep the commandments. All right, that white linen is righteousness of Yahweh Bashem Shah. And what is righteousness? Tazadat, keeping the commandments, okay? And have not eaten upon the mountains, all right? You haven't dealt with these other philosophies from these other nations. Neither have you lifted up your eyes to idols of the house of Israel, other philosophies, all right, worshiping other powers, dealing with the gods of the other nations. Neither have you defiled your neighbor's wife. Neither have you come near to a minister's woman. See, when you do those things, you're naked. All right, you're not clothed with that white linen. You have on strange apparel, like the book of Zechariah says, and have not oppressed any, but he hath restored to the depth of his pledge, have spoiled none by violence, and have given his bread to the hungry, and have covered the naked with the garment. The naked that you cover with the garment, spiritually speaking, is this truth. Because we were all once naked, wretched. All right, like the book of Revelation, the 3rd chapter say. But when we got this truth, all right, he put that eye salve in our eyes, and he clothed us with righteousness. He that have not given forth upon usury, neither have taken any increase, and that have withdrawn his hand from iniquity, have executed true judgment between man and man. All right, when you deal with righteousness, you're not naked; you're covered. Okay, so you're naked when you go off. That guy is naked; he's wretched. Let me get that precept. Revelation, God, him and guys like him. This is Revelation 3 and 15. All right, and it reads, I know thy works, that I neither cold or hot. I will not that you were cold or hot. So then, because you are lukewarm, neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth, because thou sayest, I am rich and increased with goods. See, that's the American way. That's plantation Christianity. The more carnal wealth you got, the more money you got, God, the mindset of that doctrine of devils, they think the Most High is dealing with you because you got a lot of money. That's satanic. That's off. And have nothing in need of nothing. And know it's not that thou art wretched, miserable, and poor, blind, and naked. When you don't have this truth, you're naked. When you take a heed to any off doctrine, you fucking naked. You're a reprobate. A reprobate and a naked person is one of the fucking same, man. All right? And I'm going to leave off with this precept because it's part of the curses that the Most High was going to do to our people, man. Our people bugged out. Not just that guy teaching that horrendous doctrine, that bullshit, all right? All of our people that are not in their faith. This is the mindset there. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 28. Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. All right? You see, our great king came to heal the blind, spiritually speaking, giving us this truth, giving us this gospel. All right? He said he cleansed the lepers, heal the sick, raise the dead, make the blind see. We're doing that spiritually speaking when we blow this breath of life, when we blow this trumpet, when we teach the truth of the scriptures. We're waking the dead. We're waking up the elect out of these spiritual tombs, man. All right? We're restoring men their righteous minds, because while we was carried away to these dumb idols outside of the temple, brute beasts, we were stricken with blindness and madness and astonishment of heart. All right? That's why, man, we got to keep our garments clean and unspotted and unblemished from the world. Don't offer up no strange fire to Yahweh Shema Shai. And stay occupied in prophecy. Look what's going on in the earth. And prepare ourselves, man. All right, and sanctify ourselves in this word, fast and pray, and get ready for the second coming of our great King to deliver us, man. So with that, I want to give infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh Shema Shai Shema Rakar Kadash, double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to my fellow labors in Yahweh Shai. Kwam Yasharala, Abba Abba.